Hey, Nick here, and today I'm going to be doing something I did not expect to be doing today at all, which is a quick little unboxing look at the brand new Nintendo 3DS XL, that's a mouthful, which is coming out next month in North America, which is super exciting. So before I hop into it, I want to say real quick that at the same time as this video, or shortly thereafter, depending on how much I decide to sleep tonight, there will also be a video of some hands-on gameplay, about 30 minutes of hands-on gameplay from Majora's Mask 3D, which I also got to play today. So look forward to that. There should be a link popping up on the screen. But yeah, anyways, here we go. For comparison's sake, I have my trusty old original beat half to death 3DS XL, and then the Japanese new 3DS, which is tragically not coming to the United States as far as we know. But yeah, let's hop right into it. So I am opening this for the very first time. I don't really know all what comes with it. I do know what does not come with it, which is an AC adapter, which is pretty common practice for like the 3DS XL in Europe. I know didn't come with one, but this is the first, I think, North American release they've ever done that didn't come with it. So let's get the boring stuff out of the way first. Got AR cards, which I'm going to presume are the same ones that have come with every 3DS since the original 3DS. Big ol' quick start manual thing, just dropping trash on my floor, don't mind me. And then the system itself, it's a pretty sparse package altogether, just kind of the system, and they just assume you have an adapter. I guess Nintendo's assumption is that at this point, you probably have a trillion 3DSs just littering your home, which is not totally an unfair assumption. Alright, so here's the actual reveal here. Just want to get, alright, look at that. There we go. You can see my Panasonic Q logo on my wall. It's very reflective, so shouts out to anyone who knows what that logo is. There's my webcam. But yeah, they've got an interesting little divider in here, which I don't think is typical. And you can see my horrible chin. Oh my god, I really need to shave. But yeah, here she is. I am really excited that these colored buttons came. There is no angle that is not unflattering to me, good god. I'm really psyched that the face buttons remained colored like the Famicom. I kind of thought they were going to get rid of that for the US release, and they opted not to. This is a really cool looking system, actually. If you look closely, I'm going to have to do some real crazy focus tricks here. You can kind of see the lines on it. Yeah, there we go. You can see that like the whole reflective surface has this. We're getting real macro-y. I'm going to go all the way in. Yeah, there we go. That is some microscopic, telescopic business right there. You can see that it's covered in these sort of lines that are like really fine and kind of hard to see. But yeah, this is it. I have not booted it up yet. There's a little C-nub that I'm sure you're familiar with. I'm just going to stop trying to not look horrible in this video. I should give up on that. There are a few things that threw me off when I first messed with this thing earlier today. Namely, the fact that the stylus isn't back here. I just have so much muscle memory associated with tugging out my stylus with my pointer finger like that. Is not how this guy works. Oh, there she goes. The stylus is now located right here on the bottom, and it's very differently shaped. I tried to put this in one of the Capture 3DSs that Nintendo had on display, and it does not fit. It's a little bit thicker. It's got this crazy hook on it, which is actually used to remove the faceplate from the model, the smaller model that is not coming out in America. Oh, look at that! They got a little new thing. You can see my eyes. Oh, I'm already smudging this up. This must be heartbreaking to watch. Another few changes they did. Power button is now on the bottom of the system. Which is cool, as is the cartridge slot, and we're getting real telemacro-y in here tonight. And then the start and select buttons, instead of being on the bottom row there, are now off to the side. So that's also going to take me some time. I kept like instinctively trying to press right here for it, and no luck. But yeah, it feels nice. The buttons are definitely different. Which is not something I was super expecting to be like a noticeable change, but they're shorter and flatter, I think. Let me try to prove that real quick. Yeah, I feel like, and maybe I'm just being totally crazy, and maybe it's that it's a brand new one that's never been played before, but it seems like the throw is a little shorter, and maybe they're a little bit clickier. Yeah, they look, I don't know, that's not crazy, right? They're a little bit flatter, and the old ones were more rounded than these, but yeah, that's one major difference, is these are slightly buttonier. That's a really useful description, I'm sure. And then there is this C-nub, which I think the best way I can describe it is that it feels exactly like how you think it feels, which is to say, it feels like one of those old like IBM like trackpad ball nub things that they used to do in place of an actual trackpad. But yeah, here she is. I've got the 3D on right now, I think. Oh no, wait, we're actually gonna do the whole fun part where it like zooms in. You ready? Here we go. Activate 3D, which is basically for you guys just a blur the video button, but I've pressed it. There it goes, and it is definitely doing some head tracking me right now. I don't know. Yeah, you can see it jump around as I tilt my head, which is good. That means that it's working. Your face is displayed on... Wait, what does that say? Your face is displayed on the upper screen. The frame shows the range within which you'll be able to view images. Confirm that you can still see a 3D image on the upper screen. Oh, cool. So... Oh, whoa, that's so cute. Okay, let me get a close shot of that. That is adorable. So super stable 3D is what they've chosen to call it. And I love that you can kind of see as I tilt myself around in real life, it's like tracking me. If I sit down and go too far, it loses me. Boop. I can just do a little dancing game. It's like that WarioWare DSi game over in here. I don't know if anyone knows what that is in reference to. But yeah, it's functioning, which is good. And instead of going through the whole rigmarole of making you watch me do the setup, 13, is that today? 14? It's the 14th. Time you're watching this, it is the morning of the 15th, if I've done my job correctly. It is 16 o'clock, and just for comparison's sake, let's take a look at this, which I can't lie, I was, I think like a lot of people, a little disappointed when we found out that this model is not the one that's coming to the United States. I've always felt like my XL was a little too big, and I feel like this is the perfect, like, the 3DS is too small, the XL is too big, this thing is just right, if you ask me. Same sort of set of AR cards and everything. But I will say, though, to this new thing's credit, it is very slightly... Is it even lighter? I can't tell. I don't know. I am bummed that we're not getting this. In large part because this thing has my favorite feature of any Nintendo handheld ever, and maybe I think a lot of people maybe in the West wouldn't care as much about the goofy ass feature I'm about to show off, but God, this thing's so pretty. I'm sorry. This is just prettier. It's a prettier thing. I'm very fond of this already, but I do hope if this someday comes to the United States, I'm not going to be able to resist copping one. Yeah, let's boot her up. Get the brightness going in here. There we go. Look at that. So yeah, there's your size comparison. I'm sure that's not really news to anyone, but when you compare it to, I don't know, they're all get this family together here. Hey, yo, Andrea! Do you have an original 3DS or an XL? You have an XL, right? Okay, never mind. But yeah, the 3DS screen is obviously smaller than this one. That's the one console I don't have here to compare. But yeah, this is to me the greatest DS ever made. And then this is probably a close second. Oh yeah, and the final feature, the one I teased earlier and then didn't actually make good on, is you can pop out the stylus here with this little ridged thing on the new 3DS. And you just ever so gently stick it in here, and you use it to just kind of pop the faceplate off. Do the same thing on this side. I'm doing this for the first time, so I'm like terrified, but yeah, and then it just very easily comes off and shows you all this info, and then it just like snaps back on very painlessly. Unfortunately, we in the West will never know what it means to have faceplates. I mean, who knows? Maybe someday this thing will come to the United States, although I feel like at this point, if it hasn't, maybe it never will. But yeah, this beautiful like color and the faceplate potential and the Chiari faceplates, it saddens me that we're never getting this, apparently. But this is not a bad second. It's really interesting how this thing works too. Like I was talking to some of the developers about, or sorry, some of the Nintendo employees about the differences in this thing, and oh my god, I gotta do a stream in about 60 seconds. And like some of the differences are really fascinating. Like the processing power thing obviously means it'll be exclusive. Man, the 3D is really getting me right now. It's following me everywhere. That word profile is just popping out in my grill. Yeah, the 3D is an excellent thing, but the new processing power is rad too, because it means that, for example, in Codename Steam, which I got to play, I was playing it on an old 3DS for capturing purposes, and I learned that apparently the enemy moves, like when they take their turns, takes longer on the old 3DS than on the new 3DS because of that enhanced processing power. So, happy St. Patrick's Day. yeah, just like it's little things like that that are really interesting to me, like the enhanced load time for everything. All that stuff is totally fascinating to me. And yeah, this is obviously, you just watched me open this, so I don't have very robust hands-on impressions yet. But so far it is really cool. I really do think it's this sort of like pseudo shiny mixed with matte design that it has is, in my opinion, much prettier than this, which frankly looks about as ugly as the original DS. I'm not trying to be cruel, but could be prettier. But yeah, this is a pretty system. This is the world's prettiest system, and that is what I think of it so far. If you want to see more, you can subscribe. I do videos on Nintendo stuff all the time. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like this channel is very rapidly becoming Nick is a weird Nintendo fanboy, the channel. But yeah, we do all sorts of stuff. I have Majora's Mask footage that should be going up today. I've got Codename Steam impressions and footage that should be going up soon. I've got a bunch of stuff that is all both Nintendo and not Nintendo related, both video games and anime related. There's everything you could ever want, hopefully, on this channel, or everything I'd want to talk about. But yeah, that's it from me for today. I will let you guys stop looking at this like creepy, ghostly reflection of my forehead. I'm just going to look right into this thing and just say goodbye. Oh, this is not a good angle for me. Bye, guys.